Okay, so setting up the laser cutter, the full spectrum laser cutter for use, needing to add water, and in order to add water, you have to only use the water pump first. So I have the water pump submerged in distilled water, and I've disconnected the other two auxiliary things. I disconnected the air outlet, the exhaust. So I've got that sitting over there. You just basically unscrew the exhaust with a little Phillips head screwdriver. So that's disconnected. I also disconnected the air pump. Okay, so this tube here I disconnected from this little blue thing. You just press the blue thing in and then this tube pops out, okay? Because my next goal is to pump water through here. So I've got just water. I just want to deal with water because I need to reduce the bubbles in the lasing tube. So I just want to use my water pump. I've got that submerged. Okay, I've got both ends of the tube submerged. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and turn it on. Okay, and it's going to purge the bubbles out of the lasing tube. Okay. Now I do not have the laser on right now. I don't want it on because I need to get the bubbles out of the lasing tube before I turn it on. Okay, so this is what I'm about to do. Previous trials of removing the air bubbles from the lasing tube have shown that the air bubbles tend to collect all the way at this electrode end or all the way at this electrode end. Well, I choose to route them to this end and then rotate the entire machine to take this, see the beginning of that bubble there, that's one huge bubble right here that starts here and it goes that way, okay? I'm gonna reroute it out this, which then pumps it into the bucket. In order to do that, I have to lift the machine on its side. This is why it is on the ground. And then additionally, I have to flip it upside down, okay? To prepare it to flip upside down, I make sure I don't have any other things connected to it, okay? And may as well just press in and make sure this button is at, okay, I pressed it in. Then the machine would be on right now. But since I'm going to actually lay the machine on this side, I'll try not to rest it on the button, but I just depress the button just so it's already depressed, okay? So then I'm going to tilt the machine up. It's tilted up, and when I tilted it up, I noticed some bubbles coming out of the bucket, okay? And that's good. That means some of the bubbles in the lasing tube got dispersed, which is nice, but you can see that the water level in the tube is right here. I don't want that, okay? So I need all that air from the air starts, I wish I could focus it better. So the air starts here and then it goes up. I want all that air out of there. So what I'm going to do is then take the machine and flip it this way, okay, that way. Now the machine is face down, okay, and then I will tilt the machine one way and the other to hopefully get rid of that bubble. So basically I'm going to grab this edge and also the other edge and just kind of rock it back and forth, okay? And then we'll see if that clears the bubble. Now you might hear like a whirring noise. If you hear that, then just re-level it. And that's just the machine laser scrolling around in response to gravity. So it's not a big deal. You just don't want to bang it around. So be really careful when you rock it back and forth. You can't be forceful with this. All the while doing this, especially if you are doing this alone, make sure that no portion of the water tubing exits the water, because then you introduce more bubbles and you're essentially starting over at that point. So it's best, especially if you're first doing this, to have another person helping you, because this thing is, I forget the exact weight, but it's not too heavy, but it's pretty awkward to pick up and hold on your own. 2 people is best. Okay. I put it upside down, I've rocked it back and forth carefully, and we'll see what's the verdict. Okay, I do not see that water level anymore, which means I have successfully dislodged the large bubble. The large air bubble is now gone, and now I'm ready to tilt this thing back up, reconnect the air exhaust and the air pump back on the cart, and we're ready to start cutting. Yay! Or engraving. This is a cutter and an engraver. All right, let's do it.